Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Wendy's Cookie Crochet Tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be making this super cute unicorn beanie. I'm making this to a 0 to 3 month size, but of course you can make it to any size that you want. The supplies you're going to need to make this, and I'll leave my affiliate links in the description below so you can see exactly what I use. But you're going to need your size chart, you're going to need your pink yarn, and I'm using this shimmer yarn. You're going to need your 5mm crochet hook, and this yarn here is the Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby. But again, I'll leave that link so you can see. And I'm just using the hook size that they recommend on the yarn itself. So I'm using my 5mm hook. You're going to need your yarn needle and your scissors to make this. And what I'm going to do here to start out with is I'm going to decide what size that I need. So you're also going to need your measuring tape, and I'm going to make the 0 to 3 month size because I'm about to have a little baby niece. So I'm going to be using the diameter chart there. So, and you can find this on my community page, by the way. So I'm going to be making that 4.5 to 4.8 inch, and then it's going to have to be the 5.6 to 6 inches long. So here I'm just making a magic ring or magic circle. I'm chaining one, and I'm going to do 8 half double crochets in that magic ring. And then when I get done doing my 8 half double crochets, I'm just going to slip stitch to the first one that I made. Now I'm slip stitching to that first one I made. Now I'm going to chain one, and now I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So this round 2 here will have 2 half double crochets in each stitch, and I'm doing it in the back loop. And if you don't know how to work in the back loop, I will leave that video in the description below. So here you're just going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, and I'm doing it in the back loop. And from here on out, if you wanted to, you could work just in the round, but you will need a stitch marker to do that so you can tell where you start and you stop at. So in the next round, round 3, I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in the back loop only of the first stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and I'm just going to repeat that pattern all the way around. All of it's going to be back loop only. And for all the ones I'm doing right here, I am connecting to the first stitch made, so I'm going to slip stitch to that first stitch made, and then I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to keep working that way. But I'm going to switch that after I get the diameter that I need here. I'm going to switch up what I'm doing a little bit. But again, I'm just working 2 double crochets in one stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm just repeating that pattern all the way around in the back loop only. And this round will have a total of 24 stitches. All right, now in my next round, I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch, and then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and I'm still working in the back loop only. And then I'm going to repeat this all the way around that pattern. Just keep on repeating the same pattern all the way around. And then I'm going to slip stitch in the first half double crochet that I made. And this round will end up having 32 stitches total. So again, I'm just doing 2 half double crochets in the first stitch and then 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then I'm repeating that all the way around, and I'm only working in that back loop only. And I'm doing it that way because I want that ridge around it, because I think that looks super cute. And then again, I'm just going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet that I made. All right, now on this next round, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 first. I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch, and then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And I'm doing this in the back loop only, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet that I made. And then I'm just going to repeat that pattern all the way around till I get to the end. Okay, guys, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure. I'm going to see if I've got enough, big enough yet. And well, we're almost there, but we're not quite there. I think we need to do one more round here and then we'll be there. So I'm going to chain 1, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch, and then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches, and I'm going to repeat that pattern all the way around. And again, I'm just doing it in the back loop only. So that back loop only is what I'm working in, so it gives me that ridge on the front. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet that I made, and then I'm going to remeasure and see where we're at from there. And this round here, it's going to have 48 total stitches. So now I'm just going to slip stitch to that first stitch that I made, and I'm going to measure again to see if I think it's about the right size. So here, that's about the right size there. So that's almost the 5-inch size. So that's good. I'm satisfied with this. So from here on out, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to chain 1 there. So from here on out, I'm going to make it the I'm just going to work 1 half double crochet in each stitch and in the back loop all the way around. And for this, what I would do if I were you, I didn't do it right here because I can see where I started on my stitches right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just work in the round now because I don't want that line going all the way down. So I'm just going to work in the round, which means I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch in the back loop only. And then I'm not going to slip stitch to the first stitch that I made. I'm just going to keep on working. And again, not slip stitch in the first half double crochet that I made. I'm going to just go straight into that half double crochet in the back loop only and just continue working in the round. And again, it is a really good idea to use a stitch marker and mark that first half double crochet that you make. And then you would move this stitch marker down as you go. So here you can see I went ahead and I grabbed my stitch marker, that way I won't lose my place. So I made a half double crochet on the next round, and I'm going to mark that first half double crochet that I make, and I'm going to just keep on half double crocheting all the way around. And every time that I get to that first half double crochet that I make, I'm just going to move that stitch marker down. That way I know where my first stitch was, and then I'm just going to keep on going. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because I just don't want that little line that's there. And this is a really easy, fun way to do this. And guys, if you're liking what you're seeing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. It would just really mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. I love making these videos for you, and this one's just such a fun project with the unicorn horn, and I hope you're really loving it also. And remember when you're working on this that you're working in the back loop only, so just in that back loop only, going all the way around. And remember just to move your stitch marker also, so when you're working in that stitch, remember to remove your stitch marker and then put it back in the first half double crochet that you make on your new round. Alright, so I am almost finished here. I'm almost back to my stitch marker, and this height is looking really good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure this. So this looks right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and I'm going to make just 3 more half double crochets past my stitch marker, and then I'm going to slip stitch into that next stitch, and then I'm going to just cut my yarn and I'm going to weave in my ends now. So I'm just going to cut that. I'm going to grab my yarn needle there. So I'm going to go ahead and weave in that end. And again, I'm just going to go back and forth here, weaving in the end right there like that. And just kind of working my needle in and out. And then go back through the stitches that you've already made. And then I'm going to go up and across, and I'm going to try to keep along those ridges when I'm working this through, so you won't be able to see it very much or at all really. And again, I'm just going back and forth all the way around through those ridges. And then when I'm satisfied, I'm just going to cut my yarn and be done. And I'm going to tie it off, but you don't have to. That's going to be a really, really stable, stable way to do it, is working in those ends like that. But I still like to tie mine off, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, now it's time that we make our ears. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a magic ring, and in that magic ring we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do 4 half double crochets in that magic ring. And then when we get done with that, we're going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet that we made, and you're going to make 2 of these. So there's 2 ears on him. So here I'm just going to pull that magic ring tight, and now I'm going to slip stitch to the first one that I made, and I like to count these just to make sure that I'm doing it in the right one. So I'm going to slip stitch to that first half double crochet I made. Now I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, and I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm going to repeat this one more time. So 2 half double crochets in one stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet that I made. So I just did my slip stitch. I'm just looking at it, seeing if I like it, and I do. So now I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch. And then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm going to repeat that around. So I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Now I'm going to slip stitch to the first stitch I made. Now I'm going to look at it, see if I like it. Alright, so it's looking super cute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just push that yarn in the middle there so it stops getting in my way. And now I'm just going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. Now, if you want to, you could do another row 5, but for this one, this is a pretty small little beanie, so I'm going to stick with 4 rows here. So this 1 half double crochet all the way around is going to be my last row. But if you were making this for someone, so let's say you were making it for like, you know, a child, like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, something like that, then you might want to make just one more row there so the ears stick up just a little bit further. So here I finished my 1/2 double crochet all the way around. And so I think it looks cute. I'm satisfied with that. So now I'm just going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to leave this long so I can sew it in. So make sure when you cut your yarn that you're cutting a long piece so you can sew it in later. I'm just pulling it through, and then I'm going to do that one more time. So here you can see I've got my little ear there. So now I'm going to start over and do exactly what I was just doing. So I'm going to make a magic ring. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do 4 half double crochets in my magic ring. And now I'm going to pull it tight. And I'm going to slip stitch to that first half double crochet that I made. And now I'm going to chain 1, and on the next round I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch. And then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then I'm going to repeat that around. So I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then I'm going to join it with the first half double crochet that I made. Now I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch. And I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. I'm going to repeat that around. So 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the one after that. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the first stitch that I made, and I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to again push that yarn in there, and then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. All right, now I'm going to look at them, compare them. I kind of worked with the other one, so I need to work with this one a little bit to make sure it looks the same. And yeah, it looks the same. Okay. All right, that's good. So now I'm just going to cut my yarn. Make sure you cut it long so you can sew it in later. And what do you think? I think that looks super, super cute, guys. So now we're just going to take our yarn needle, and then we're going to sew this on. So you're going to go in and out all the way around. Sorry, my my lens was making it blurry for a second. Sorry about that. So here I'm doing it just a tiny bit forward, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want it to kind of stand up on the head more. So I'm not doing it exactly 100% even. I'm doing it just a tiny bit forward, and you can see I'm doing it on that kind of that first ridge that we made is where I'm sewing this in at. So that first ridge that we made is where I'm doing it at. And I'm just going to go all the way around with it. And now I'm going to tie it off, and I'm going to sew the other one on. So now I'm just doing the same thing for the other side. Man, this is going in and out blurry, isn't it? I need to see what's wrong with the camera. So I'm just sewing it on, going all the way around, back and forth, and I'm making sure that it looks pretty even on both sides. So now we're going to make our horn for our unicorn beanie here. So I have my yarn, I have of course my beanie that's already made, and I have my hook. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to make a magic ring or magic circle. I'm going to do 4 half double crochets in that magic ring. And when I do this, I'm not going to slip stitch to the first stitch. I'm just going to work it all the way down in the round, kind of like a spiral. So make sure you don't slip stitch in the first half double crochet that you make. So I'm making 4 half double crochets. And this could be a little bit, this yarn is a little bit, you know, hard to work with. So it gets a little bit getting used to. You don't want to pull it too tight, which is probably what I'm doing right here. I have a tendency to crochet a little tight. And now you're going to close your magic ring. And now you're just going to work in that first stitch there. So in that first stitch that you made, which is going to be now round 2, you're going to do 1 half double crochet in each of those stitches. So I like it to count again to make sure that I'm doing it right. So this round will end up having 4 half double crochets on it. So you're going to just do 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochets from the previous round. And again, you're not going to slip stitch there. So I'm making sure that it's turned the right direction before I continue on. And you'll kind of have to keep doing this just a little bit until you get a little bit more done. But if you want to, again, you can put your stitch marker there so you remember where your first stitch was, since we're working in the round and we're not slip stitching to our first stitch made. Because I think it's important for this not to have a line that goes through it for the horn. And now for the next round, what we're going to do is that first half double crochet that we made, or that first half double crochet on this round that we made, we're going to do 2 half double crochets in that first. So we're back around to our first one. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the first one. So there's 1. Almost, and then 2, and then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next, and then we're going to repeat that, and we'll only repeat that 1 time. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next one, and then 1 half double crochet in the next, and then in the next one, so this is the first half double crochet we made now. So now we're going to do 2 half double crochets in that first one. And then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to repeat that around. So 2 half double crochets in that next one. And then 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And now if you wanted to put your stitch marker, that's a good place to put it. That you can either put in the last half double crochet you made or the first one you make on the next round. So now on this next round, we're going to just do 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. And we're going to do that for 2 rounds. So round 5 and 6 are each going to have 1 half double crochet in each round. And if you have a trouble counting, you definitely want to use your stitch marker, by the way. And again, guys, if you're liking this video, please push the like button, make a comment, let me know what you think. And it would really, again, mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. So again, now I am back at the first one that I made. So I'm going to do 1 more round just like that, doing 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. This is giving the horn a little bit of height here. So now here I'm at that first one that I made. So now I'm going to do 2 half double. So first of all, actually is kind of getting on my nerves, so I'm just going to stuff that in the middle there. I like to do that with the yarn tails so they don't get in my way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in that first stitch. So this is going to be my final round too. So 2 half double crochets in that first stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next, and I'm going to next 3 stitches, sorry. So the next 3 stitches will get 1 half double crochet, and then I'm going to repeat that pattern all the way around where I'm doing 2 half double crochets in one stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then when I get to the end, I am going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that I made because this is my final round. So now I'm just cutting my yarn long, and I'm going to get my yarn needle, and I'm going to sew this on. And if you want to stuff it, I'm going to stuff it a little bit, but I'm going to use some yarn ends to stuff it. Some of the ones that I cut off from earlier. That's one thing that I do a lot is I use my yarn ends. I'll save them, and instead of buying like a ton of polyfill for this kinds of stuff, I just stuff my yarn ends in there. It makes it super, super easy. So again, you don't want it just super stiff, but you definitely don't want it to be you know, really flexible either for this horn. And what do you think? I really love this color combination. I think it's super cute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work all the way around, sewing that on. And what I'm doing here is, you see that first little ridge right there? So I'm going to sew it to that ridge. So that ridge right here is what I'm sewing it to. So it's right kind of in front there. So here I'm just going to work it all the way around. I'm going to make sure it's even in the middle of the two ears. So I'm just going to eye that. And I'm going to sew this just on right like that. So I'm going to make sure that, again, when I have it lined up there, and the part that I'm starting sewing, that's on the back. So I just got to make sure it's lined up correct on the front. But the part that I'm starting sewing on is on the back. And I'm just going to go all the way around with that. And then I'm going to tie it off at the end. So here, I'm just going to tie this off. So I'm going to do it a few times. And if you wanted to, you might even get a little bit of fabric glue and glue that just to be 100% safe. So see how it's kind of setting forward a little bit. I like that. I think it's super cute. You can kind of, you know, adjust them any way that you want to now. But what do you think, guys? I think our cute little unicorn beanie came out super cute. I think I love it, guys. Let me know what you think. Again, subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed making this with me as much as I've enjoyed making it with you. And I'll see you again next time. Happy hooking, everybody.